Hello and welcome to the G2 Talk preview with Reza Tajali, Engineering Manager for Schneider Electric Engineering Services. Reza will be presenting a webinar called Ensuring an Accurate Arc Flash Hazard Analysis for the Safety of Your Employees as part of Grabar's G2 Talk webinar series at 10:30 Central on Tuesday, April 29th. Thanks for joining us, Reza. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience with Schneider Electric Engineering Services?
Yeah, sure, absolutely, Greg. I've been with Schneider Electric for about 33 years now. I started with what used to be called Square D Company, and then I've been primarily involved in power system engineering and switchgear equipment design and application during this time that I've had with the company.
Great. So I also have here that you hold two patents on switchgear products. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. That's for the period of time that I was involved in switchgear design and development, whereby we were working on developing a new line of commercial metering equipment, and we were doing a lot of testing and product and prototype development in order to improve both the safety of the product and also its ease of application. And that's where those patents come from.
Who do you think would benefit from your presentation on April 29th, and why do you think they should tune in?
I believe that anybody who has anything to do with the electrical power distribution will benefit from this. The idea here is that arc flash requirements are requirements that essentially everybody has to comply with in the industry. So it would be facility managers, people who manage large buildings, people who are in various aspects of government who are involved with managing facilities, also hospital owners, general industry. The reason why they need to be conversant on this issue is the fact that they are ultimately responsible for their compliance to OSHA requirements. And even though they may be contracting out the arc flash analysis to an engineering firm or otherwise to perform that task for them, that doesn't absolve them from the responsibility of ultimately those labels that are being installed on their equipment and the analysis that being done professionally and being done correctly. So there is an interest naturally on the part of the person who has that responsibility to know what is the best way of acquiring an arc flash analysis that's accurate, that complies with the standards, and that would give them the peace of mind. I would recommend anybody who has an interest in this area, anybody who has a responsibility for managing or maintaining any kind of a power system to attend.
Okay, well, your presentation is more industrial focused or commercial focused?
Actually, the requirements for arc flash apply to everyone. So anybody who has any kind of a power system that he or she is managing would benefit from this. So it could be a commercial installation, such as a large building, such as a hospital, as you mentioned, or an office building, or a data center, or any kind of industrial facility or institutional.
So how do you keep up with the latest OSHA requirements? How do you keep up to speed with the latest NFPA requirements and OSHA requirements?
Well, basically, the way we stay in touch with the NFPA and OSHA is, with OSHA, of course, is a set of rules and regulations that get published. Everybody gets informed. But with NFPA, it's a little bit different story, because National Fire Protection Association is a consensus standard-making body which has representation from the industry, and we have people from our team who actually sit on the committees pertaining to arc flash, and also we have involvement with the IEEE standard-making bodies, whereby we have people involved in that activity. So that is mainly where we get our knowledge and information about what is happening in the industry, is by active participation in the standard-making process.
So since OSHA began requiring the arc flash hazard analyses in 2000, how can Schneider help companies with their analysis?
Well, Schneider Electric offers a complete solution to NFPA 70E compliance, and this goes just beyond an arc flash analysis. The purpose of arc flash analysis is to perform the calculations to come up with the levels of arc flash. However, a complete compliance to the NFPA requirements and OSHA requirements requires the company to have an up-to-date electrical safe work practices policy, and also to maintain that policy by reviewing and updating it every 3 years. So that policy needs to be updated every 3 years or audited. And also, there's an issue performing arc flash analysis whereby sometimes we calculate energy levels which are rather high, and workers cannot effectively perform the task that they're supposed to be performing at that level of energy. So we may have to reduce those energies to make it workable for the worker. And this is the subject we call mitigation. That's basically reducing the arc flash energies at a point to a level where the worker can perform the task that is required to perform on the equipment at that point. And this is a very important part of it, performing this mitigation task. And that's one of the areas that we support our customers probably more than what you get out of a normal just getting a regular arc flash analysis. So then the whole gamut of expertise that we bring to the picture starts with the electrical safe work practices, a review and audit of that safe work practice. If one doesn't exist, we could write one. There is the arc flash analysis, the application of labels, and the mitigation of arc flash energies to evaluate what opportunities exist to reduce the arc flash energies to make the environment workable for the worker.
Well, Reza, that's all I had for you today. Was there anything else that you wanted to add?
No, I'm looking forward to the seminar and looking forward to having good participation and having good questions from the audience so that we could have some good engagement there.
Okay, Reza. Well, thanks for joining us today. We hope that you all can join us for our webinar at 10:30 a.m. Central on Tuesday, April 29th. To register for the webinar, just visit graybar.com.